Numbers and letters. Illinois Central and the Road Navy Blues. Or I guess you could say Lake Blues. I'm not sure what the correct tone of blue that is.
That's a different type of blue there, that's for sure.
A nice, darker, bright blue. Blackhawks going to the left. The tip is won by the Cougars. We are underway here on this Wednesday evening in West Burlington, Iowa. The point guard, Kalen Bodie, passing to Mason Goforth on the left wing. Back out top, here's Jared Johnson. Cougars coming into the record of 16-7. Coming off a win over Parkland, a one-point affair. Isaiah Graves dogging Bodie, who drives past him and lays it high off the glass with the left hand for the bucket. Illinois Central takes a 2-0 lead to get things started. Here's Isaiah Graves coming off a 7-point game against Little Priest. Of course, limited minutes. The bench got most of the playing time against the Warriors here on Monday. Steven Sokup has the basketball left wing, trying to bounce it inside, but gets Henderson on the wing. Don starting in the place of both Ross and McDaniel as Graves crossing over. Passing back out top, Steven. Step back three with 4 on the shot clock. Clanks off the heel of the rim. Dan Ransom with the offensive rebound. Finds Henderson. Gets the defender to go past him. Puts it off the glass and in. Good start on the glass for the Blackhawks.
Yeah, just gave them a second opportunity right there.
Here's the point guard, Kalen Bodie, out of Normal, Illinois, a sophomore. Gets it to Jared Johnson. Out top, Goforth. Shot fake, passes over to Bodie. Down low to Pierce. Driving, losing the basketball in the lane. Steven Sokup keeps it alive, but throws it to A.J. Goss. The only problem is A.J. Goss is sitting on the bench.
Yeah.
A.J. didn't have to move. Just put his hands up and made the catch sitting on the bench.
That's why you always, when you're on the bench, you better be watching the game and know what's going on. So you go in, you know what you're running on defense, you know what you're running on offense. Good defense.
Entry pass is stolen away by Michael Sokup. He fronted Jared Johnson and took it away. Isaiah racing down the floor. Tough layup. He's fouled and will shoot a pair. 18:15 to play first half. Free throws coming for Isaiah. Well, the Blackhawks with that 101-60 win over Little Priest. First free throw rattles in. Isaiah gives the Blackhawks a 3-2 lead. Isaiah hitting 69% this year.
And I think they got their bounce, too. They're pretty focused here on defense and pretty focused on offense. Couple good possessions.
As Isaiah hits both free throws, Blackhawks have gone on a 4-0 run since falling behind 2-0. Here's Jared Johnson, a freshman. Bounce pass down low, Jamani Pierce. Shot fake. He traveled with the basketball as he tried to enter the lane. Turnover. And the Blackhawks have it. 2 minutes into this contest here tonight. Michael Ruskowski, Mac Turner with you. Ashlyn Butler back at the studio tonight. Free ball, Steven Sokup, no good. Ransom tries for the rebound. Pierce grabs it, and the Cougars head up floor. Goforth, a native of Canton, Illinois. Fadeaway jumper as he spun around, no good. Rebounded by Isaiah Graves, who's running up the floor. Isaiah driving, puts it off the glass. It looked like a hand was on the basketball by Kalen Bodie, disrupting the shot. Bodie driving in the lane, leaves it off, but right into the hands of Don Henderson, who throws it out of bounds. Tried to find Isaiah Graves. A.J. Goss will come in for Isaiah.
You know, Isaiah was trying to force the issue there going to the basket, but at a certain point when you get inside that paint, you just pull up and shoot a little nice soft shot or a little floater right there and try to get a score on it.
Three ball for Johnson, right wing. He stepped into the shot and hit it. Shooting 35% from three this year. Johnson puts Illinois Central back on top 5-4.
Now they're in a zone. 1-2-2. No, they don't match up man to man. Look like a zone.
Michael Sokup kicks it out to Steven. Back to Michael in the corner. An open three is good. Michael Sokup drains the three to put the Blackhawks back on top. Michael shooting 38% from outside this year. Goforth has the basketball in the right corner. Guarded by Steven Sokup. Can't go anywhere and passes back out top to Johnson. High post. Taylor. Fadeaway, no good. Rebounded at the elbow by Henderson. Quickly up the floor. Michael Sokup racing to the basket. Reverse layup, good. Michael's got 5 to start tonight. Blackhawks lead 9-5.
That's just a smart play. You go to the other side of the basket, shield the defender with the rim, and maybe that just reverse it there off the glass.
Driving the lane is Bodie, and we get a foul called. Foul's going to be on Ransom, his first. Yes, the first on the Blackhawks. Both teams now with 1 foul in the game. Free throws for Kalen Bodie, the Normal, Illinois native, went to Normal Community High School. First free throw is good. Kalen Bodie with 3 of the Cougars' 6 points. Second free throw for Bodie is good. Hits both. He's got 4. Blackhawks lead at 2, 9-7. A.J. Goss. Cross half-court line. Kicks it to Goss. 3-ball. Henderson to Goss. A.J. for 3. And Blackhawks have the 12-7 advantage. So A.J. with the 3-pointer. 18-foot jumper is up, no good from Pierce. And the Blackhawks bring it down the floor, and Goss tried to feed it down low to Ransom, but out of his reach.
Now, plus, you know, right there, turnover. Excuse me. Got a big guy running. Let him get his feet set in the paint and make that pass with 2 hands. Excuse me.
So here's Pierce. Over to Taylor. Back outside Bodie. As Bodie travels the basketball. Turnover. So a turnover on Illinois Central. And the Blackhawks have it now with 5 minutes gone here in the first half. 12-7 lead. Jumper from Michael Sokup blocked. Don Henderson gets the rebound, goes to the basket and lays it up. Don Henderson has 4 points.
Steal.
And now a steal. Steven Sokup taking it to the basket, lays it up, no good. There was pressure on him on that shot. And now Illinois Central running. The jumper from Pierce is no good. Rebounded by Michael Sokup. Sokup has the basketball right wing. Falls down, but gets the pass to Goss into the corner to Steven, and we get a foul on the entry pass. They'll get Johnson on the foul. Substitutions for both teams. Carl Lane coming in for the Blackhawks, along with Brahim Anthony. Into the game, Edward Johnson, along with Savon Schooling. Michael Sokup over to Steven. They find Brahim Anthony coming off that 25-point game. Give and go. Lane back to Brahim. Fadeaway 18-footer is good from the elbow. So Brahim Anthony with the basket. Blackhawks lead it 16-7. 13:54 to play here in the first half. Final non-conference game of the season here for the Blackhawks. And we get an end one on a layup and a foul. That is Justin Taylor. Who are they going to get here, Mac?
I'm not for sure here. I'm watching to see if it went in or not.
Substitution. Christopher Bolden is in.
Carl Lane.
So they get Lane. The basket made by Justin Taylor. And the free throw is good. 3-point play for Taylor. Blackhawks lead cut to 6 at 16-10. Michael Sokup passing into the corner to Steven Sokup. Goes down low to Lane. Catches, goes to the other side of the basket, puts it up, no good, and a rebound picked up by Johnson. Driving to the basket, he's double teamed, puts it up in traffic, no good. Rebound tapped around and taken by Anthony. Goss losing the basketball on his way up court, able to regain it, sling a pass over to Michael Sokup. 3-ball too hard, rebound goes long, picked up by Bolden. Illinois Central now goes up the floor, and we get a foul on his entrance into the lane.
A little fast pace for a few minutes there.
And the foul is going to be on Goss. Substitution now, Isaiah Yanni in for Illinois Central. The foul on Goss is first, team's third. Inbounding the basketball is Johnson. Gets it to Schooling. It's taken away by Lane. A.J. Goss racing up the floor to the basket. No good. He's fouled and will shoot a pair with 13 to play here in the first. The foul called on Jacob Schutte. His first free throw for Goss is good. AJ's got 4 early points. Well, Mac, they've got a Michael Doss on their team. They have a red shirt with the last name Goss.
Really? Wow.
We've had this before, I think. 3-ball for Brahim. Anthony is good. Brahim stays hot. He's got 5 early points. A lot of confidence right now for the freshman from Philly.
Yeah, and they're playing this game at the level that they should be playing right now. Good ball sharing, pretty good defense, and rebounding the basketball on both ends.
Out top, Yanni. Shot fake by the guard Johnson. Leaves it off to Schooling off the glass. No good. Rimmed out. The tip-in rims out. Steven Sokup with the rebound. Leads the charge up the floor. Blackhawks leading 20-10. 12:20 to play. Bounce pass down low. Knocked away. Lane keeps it alive and passes it back out around the top. Steven Sokup with the basketball. Scoreless so far for him. Off a screen. Finds Michael Sokup. Open 3 right wing. Got it. Michael Sokup with a 3. Michael's got 8 early points tonight.
You know, he's been playing really a lot better here these last 3-4 games. We watch shooting the ball really well. Just need to continue to do that.
Johnson losing the basketball as he was going up for a shot, and then it was tried to be saved by Yanni, but he loses out of bounds.
So, media.
We get a media timeout. 11:51 left first half. Blackhawks lead 23-10 here on Hot 97.3.
Frank Millard and Company, sponsoring SEC basketball, in business since 1864. Frank Millard and Company sells and installs world-famous Carrier high-efficiency furnace, geothermal systems, and whole-house generators. Frank Millard is on call 24 hours a day. Ask about the rebates on Carrier furnaces and air conditioners. Turn to the experts, Frank Millard and Company and Carrier. Offices in Burlington, Fort Madison, Mount Pleasant, and Keokuk.
Coach Carroll analyzes his opponents to determine the style of offense the Blackhawks need to score and the type of defense needed to protect his lead. When looking to your financial future, pick a coach to help guide you through your financial game plan. Rick Buller Financial Services knows the importance of having a good financial strategy in place. Call today. Registered representative of and securities offered through Berthel Fisher & Company Financial Services, Inc., BFCFS. Member FINRA-SIPC. Rick Buller Financial Service, LLC is independent of BFCFS.
It's SEC Blackhawk basketball on Hot 97.3.
11:51 to play here in the first half. Blackhawks out to a 13-point lead, 23-10. Isaiah Graves dribbles half court, now passes right wing. Here's Steven Sokup with the basketball. Bounce pass for Brahim Anthony. He's got 5 early points off the bench. Remember, he had 25 against Little Priest. Isaiah Graves 15 feet out, finds Steven in the corner. Driving, kicks it to Michael. Graves, pass fake, driving lane. Leaves it off for Lane, puts it off the glass from the left block.
That was a nice pass, nice interior pass.
This is an energy, Mac, that really haven't seen much the last few weeks. A quick start, and they've just continued to play with momentum here. Pierce driving, lost the basketball. It's picked up inside by Bodie. Kicks it out. They find the open shooter. A 3-ball for Johnson. No good. Big rebound by Carl Lane. Rebounding looking good, too, early on.
You got to clean up those boards, that's for sure. A little zone here.
Here's Steven Soka, 15 feet out. Bounce pass, Isaiah. They go to the corner, Brahim Anthony. Shot fake. He's guarded by Goforth. 10:35 to play in the first. Isaiah was caught off balance. Finds Steven Soka, who will take the three. No good. Michael tried to tip it up and in. Ball still loose. And Schutte tracks it down for Illinois Central. Quickly up the floor. Johnson driving. The floater short. And the rebound tracked down by Isaiah Graves. He keeps it in. He's outnumbered. He'll slow down, wait for help. Hands it off. Brahim Anthony almost lost a dribble. He'll slow it down now.
Good pass.
Finds Michael Sokup. He'll go back to Steven. Michael now in the corner. Dribbles high wing. And passes back top Isaiah Graves. 18 to shoot halfway through the first half. Blackhawks lead 25-10. An outstanding start tonight. Michael Sokup. Open three in the corner. You bet. Michael has 11 to get things started tonight.
Very capable of that.
28-10. Lead for the Blackhawks. This is exactly what Coach Carroll, Coach Watkins, and Coach O'Hearn wanted to see tonight. This kind of start. Schutte driving, they might not like that as he misses a layup, but will shoot two. He had an open path in there.
Yeah, Carr got to get back in there and get his chest turned right towards that guy and be able to block that. He just got to get to the lane.
So here's Goforth at the line. 64.5% this year. And the first free throw is good for Goforth. He's averaging 4.5, a native of Canton, Illinois. A.J. Goss in for Michael Sokup, so both Graves and Goss on the floor at the same time. And the second free throw, good. Goforth has 2 points. Blackhawks lead cut to 28-12. 9:28 to play here in the first. A.J. Goss across the half-court line. Isaiah Graves holds the basketball. Now free throw line Steven. They kick it to Brahim Anthony. Harris, baseline jumper, no good, too hard. Rebound tapped around, and it's picked up by David Weed, who checked into the game. Near the half-court line, getting a screen is Bodie. Bounce pass out top. The 3-ball is up, no good from Taylor, and it's rebounded by the Blackhawks. Isaiah Graves, the ringleader on offense here. They pass it around. A.J. Goss has 5 early points. Baseline down to Harris. Back to Steven Sokup, who is fouled on the block attempt by Johnson.
Yeah, it was good ball movement, though. Guys dived to the basket. Right there, Steven did, and Robert made a good pass to him. He fouled, get to the line.
Steven Sokup, 82% this year. As he hits the first. As Henderson checks in. Second free throw good. Stevens on the board. He's got 2. Blackhawks lead at 30-12. The point guard, Kalen Bodie, averaging 10.8 points per game. Gets a screen at the top of the key. Dribbles around the elbow. They're going to get a foul on Isaiah Graves.
That's pretty good defense by Isaiah.
Maybe too good?
Yeah, maybe too good. I guess it's a foul, so it must have been a little bit too good.
Brahim Anthony checks back in. That's an early indicator on how well Brahim played on Monday. He's seen a lot of minutes early off the bench.
And that's a conditional thing, too, especially in this type of, against this type of team as well.
On the elbow, Taylor kicks it back out to Bodie. Gets a screen. Drives. Leaves it off, but right into the hands of Isaiah Graves. Isaiah driving to the basket. He's blocked. That's going to go out of bounds, so the Blackhawks will have possession. That's where you want the block to go. If you're going to get blocked, have it go out of bounds.
That's right.
So Isaiah gets it in. To A.J. Goss. I believe it was blocked by Taylor. Good transition D by Illinois Central. Henderson dribbles top of the key, free throw line, kicks it to Brahim Anthony, an off balance three, no good. And we're going to get a foul on the rebound attempt, and they get Illinois Central. They get Isaiah Yanni.
Looked like all he was doing was blocking out to me.
Yep. I thought for sure that was going to be on Harris.
Yeah.
And three ball Isaiah Graves, no good. Rebounded on the elbow by Taylor. They kick it into the corner. Jumper for Yanni is good. Isaiah Yanni, a freshman from Bloomington, Illinois, knocks down the J. Blackhawks lead cut to 30-14. And we'll see a little bit of a valley starting here for the Blackhawks.
Yeah, you don't want to see that happen. You know, usually that from that 7 down to that 5, and then they usually pick it back up again. But you don't want to have these happen that much. And that's probably when you got to make some substitution and rotation when it happens.
Henderson over to Goss. 13 to shoot. AJ looking for a screen. Has it on the wing. Gets to Henderson. 7 to shoot. Down's going to drive, but he dribbles it off his foot out of bounds.
Okay, that's an empty possession. That's one time. Let's see how many times it takes before they get a score.
And get a whistle here.
Shot clock should have been at 35.
So they'll inbound near the scorer's table. And Kalen Bodie dribbles across the half-court line. Bounce pass, left wing. Johnson was bothered at the free throw line. He gets it off. Goforth kicks it out. 3 ball from Yanni, no good. Harris with the rebound, falling out of bounds, gets it to Graves. Isaiah up the floor, crossing over in the lane, puts up the floater, no good. He's fouled, sent to the deck. How many times does Isaiah get in that lane, and with all that movement, he draws contact?
A lot of speed, you know, left-handed dribble, but he can go both ways. He can go right, go left with it. Pounds it hard. That's what helps him get there and keeps him from getting dislodged from the ball. But good penetration, good quickness.
Missing the first free throw, Isaiah, the freshman from Atlantic City, New Jersey. Played at Atlantic City High School, state champions. Back-to-back years. As he hits the second free throw, Isaiah's got 3. Harris checks out for Ransom, and we get some changes now for Illinois Central. Looks like they're grouping their subs, as once again it's Schooling and Johnson coming in together. They play a lot of guys on that bench. As the ball almost lost by Bodie, recovers in front of Coach Carroll near the Blackhawks bench. Bounce pass down low. Yanni gets it back to Bodie. Back to Yanni off the glass. Nice give and go. Worked on the right block. Yanni's got 4. Henderson catches. On the block. Kicks it out to Brahim Anthony. AJ shot fake. Back to Brahim. Guarded by the little bit taller Yanni. As Brahim steps to his right. Goes to Goss. As Ransom and Yanni were fighting down low. Goss driving the floater way too hard, but he's going to draw a foul. And did he hit probably hit his elbow on the floor. Looks to be all right. And he'll head to the free throw line to shoot a pair as the Soakups get ready to check in together. 5:50 to go first half. Blackhawks lead 31-16. As the first free throw from Goss is good. Five points for AJ, the freshman from Rolette, Texas. Gets a second. Isaiah now 4 for 4 from the line. Or excuse me, he is
3 for 4.
5:41 to play first half. Bowden gets bumped back by Isaiah. Bodie now drives baseline, comes to an awkward stop, kicks it back out top, kept alive by Bolden. Gets a screen. Right on him is Steven Sokup. They go to Edward Johnson. Kicks it across. Back to Edward Johnson across the key. Puts it up, blocked by Ransom, foul call.
Ransom, don't come down with your hand. Keep it straight up. It's his second foul.
So foul call. By the way, Mac, it might be the last time we have the baseball team helping with our stats this year. They start their season Saturday down in Tennessee.
Yeah.
Ranked 5th in the nation to open up the season on Saturday. As the free throw no good for Johnson, a 75% free throw shooter. Freshman from Peoria at Hamilton High School. But a basketball-rich city that is. Free throw again. This one good. 1 of 2. Of course, Sean Livingston.
Yeah.
What a comeback story he was after that brutal leg injury early in his career.
Yeah.
Top of the key. Isaiah Graves picks it back up. Steps through. Still trying to get rid of it, and he'll call a timeout. So timeout Blackhawks. We are at the 5-minute mark exactly here in the first half. Blackhawks have the lead over Illinois Central, 33-17. We'll take a break when we come back here on Hot 97.3.
For years, SCC Blackhawk basketball has produced great teams. Teams the area can be proud to support. At Two Rivers Financial Group, they feel they have produced a great team also, and they thank you for your support. Two Rivers Financial Group feels privileged to be a sponsor of these Blackhawk basketball broadcasts. The Blackhawks and Two Rivers Financial, bringing winning traditions to Southeast Iowa.
Blackhawk basketball on Hot 97.3.
Blackhawks with the basketball, 4:55 to play first half. Michael Sokup goes to the floor, loses the basketball. They get it down low. Edward Johnson lays it up, and a timeout called by Coach Carroll. He's not happy. He wants a foul. He started walking onto the floor while Illinois Central was transitioning down the court. Timeout once again. Blackhawks take it. 4:47 left in the first. We'll take another break. 33-19 lead for the Blackhawks here on Hot 97.3.
Half the fun of the game is the post-game activities. Your adrenaline's still pumping. It's time to cuss and discuss while your Blackhawk blood is still flowing. Grab some fellow Blackhawk fanatics and bounce over to the Boogaloo Cafe inside Fun City, Blackhawk Nation's post-game headquarters. Imbibe in a libation. Dive into the tasty All-American menu. Catch the latest sports updates on over 40 jumbo plasma TVs. It's where the action begins when the action at SCC ends. The Boogaloo Cafe, located at Pizzazz, your Blackhawk Nation headquarters.
SCC Blackhawk basketball. Hot 97.3.
Blackhawks have the basketball. 4:30 to play. Dan Ransom puts it up in the paint and gets it to go. Ransom with his first basket. A little girl was basically trampled over there in front of Peoria, or Illinois Central's bench. Coach Tony Weisinger picked her up and held her out of harm's way, all while coaching. Henderson driving down the floor, and he gets it knocked out of bounds, but off his hands. And it will go back to Illinois Central with 4:06 to play.
See, on that play, that Don's, he's a freshman. But that's a give and go. You pass it, and then one of the two of you get a layup. You got to get that. That's a 2-on-1 break. You can't fall a 2-on-1 break.
The quick Edward Johnson gets the ball ripped away from Goss, whose foot was on the line, so it will stay with Illinois Central. Active hands from A.J. Immediate timeout, 3:54 left here in the first half. The Blackhawks lead it 35-19 here on Hot 97.3.
There is no success without dedication and hard work. Levine Sanitation Services knows this all too well. They continue to work hard and keep our community clean. From residential to commercial, Levine covers Southeast Iowa and Western Illinois. Family owned and operated, Levine is proud to be a part of this great community we call home. Good luck this year, Blackhawks. Work hard to achieve your goals, and the possibilities are endless. Levine Sanitation Services, waste disposal since 1966.
Half the fun of the game is the post-game activities. Your adrenaline's still pumping. It's time to cuss and discuss while your Blackhawk blood is still flowing. Grab some fellow Blackhawk fanatics and bounce over to the Boogaloo Cafe inside Fun City, Blackhawk Nation's post-game headquarters. Imbibe in a libation. Dive into the tasty All-American menu. Catch the latest sports updates and over 40 jumbo plasma TVs. It's where the action begins when the action at SCC ends. The Boogaloo Cafe, located at Pizzazz, your Blackhawk Nation headquarters.
It's SCC Blackhawk basketball on Hot 97.3.
Illinois Central with the basketball. 3:54 to play in the first half. Inbound pass almost stolen away, but reaching up for it was Justin Taylor. Blackhawks lead 35-19. Driving right to the lane, Johnson. They're going to get Goss with the foul. And the crowd does not like that call.
Well, you know
Mason
why they don't
didn't
like it?
He's racing down the sidelines.
Mason said, because this play right here with Sokop got knocked down pretty physically. Forced coach to call a timeout to get after the referees a little bit. And then they call that guided hand foul right there. And that's just, you know, it's not physical enough.
Johnson hits the free throw. He's two of three early on. Yeah, Coach Watkins' son was just running down the sideline. He didn't like that call. Sure, Mason was focused on something else, though, as the free throw's good. Edward Johnson.
I guess as long as you don't tell the officials he sucks.
Exactly. 2 free throws made there from Johnson. Goss racing to the basket, lays it up in a crowd. A.J. with a burst of speed has 8 points. Here's Johnson. Man, he's quick, too. Driving to the basket. Layup falls short. Michael Sokop at the rebound. Hands it off to A.J. Goss. Back to Michael. Crossing over, and he'll back it out top. Passing to Don Henderson. Driving baseline. Spins around. Now has to cross over. Michael Sokop bouncing into the corner. Steven an open 3. No good. Rims out, and the rebound is just kept alive as that was bouncing towards the end line. Picked up by Edward Johnson.
Nice play, though. Nice pass, ball movement, people movement. Nice job.
It's got to be that twin thing where you know where the other one is at all time. It's ripped away by Henderson. Steals it. Michael Sokop to Goss. He's fouled hard. That's going to be a flagrant. As A.J. went hard to the floor, he's all right. He hops right up. He's smiling. Intentional foul is the call on Edward Johnson. He was basically tackled on his way up for the layup.
Yeah, those kind of fouls really scare you because you get hurt on that. You're up in the air and don't know how you're going to land and balance down. A lot of things can happen to you there.
First free throw good. Gets the bounce in the second. A.J.'s got 10 here in the first half. And the Blackhawks will have the ball. Steven Sokop passing to Don Henderson, and he passes it out of bounds.
Misread it.
As he was looking for Sokop, who cut to the basket and went right into the Illinois Central bench.
Well, the reason why he made that back cut, because that defender was playing up the line on the ball, so automatically it tells you you got a back cut to release pressure, and you may get that drop pass there.
Driving the lane, putting up the shot was Goforth, but Sokop got a piece of it. Gets the rebound. Here's Brahim Anthony into the game again. Top of the key, passing to A.J. Goss on the wing. Michael Sokop. Guarded by Goforth. Brahim Anthony swinging it all the way around. Here's Steven Sokop. We reach the 2-minute mark here in the first half. Blackhawks leading 39-21. Down low lane. Back to the basket. Back to Michael Sokop. Kicks it to Brahim Anthony. He'll take a 3. Got it. The extra pass, another option, and the Blackhawks lead 42-21.
Yeah, coach will be pretty proud of that kind of action there. You know, points coming off of assists, and that's something I'm sure he's going to look at and say, well, how many points we get off assists tonight? That's something you'll take a big look at.
And Brahim Anthony stays hot. He's got 8 here in the first. He's got a nice outside shot. We saw it up in Kirkwood. Hasn't had too many opportunities until the last few games for outside looks. And he's going to be... Nope, they're going to get soak up on the foul. Brahim was in there as well. He ripped the ball away. So free throws coming for Christopher Bolden, a freshman from Chicago, played at Edwin Foreman High School.
Boy, they got so many high schools in Chicago.
Yes.
With different names and everything else. I tell you what, it's Academy this. And, I mean, just a lot of schools there in Chicago.
First free throw good. And you know what's funny, you think of, as the second free throw is good, you think of where Isaiah went to high school in a bigger city of Atlantic City, yet his high school name is just simple, Atlantic City High School.
Yeah, must have been the only one. Huh?
Might have been the first one. As Bolden makes both free throws, Blackhawks lead 42-23. A.J. Goss across the half-court line. Brahim Anthony. Steven Sokup, an open 3, left wing, got it.
First bucket.
He's got 5. He had those 2 free throws. And we have 1 minute to play in the first half. Blackhawks lead 45-23. Mac, they play like this, they better just wear the pink jerseys the rest of the year. Bounce pass, top of the key. Matt Long into the game for the first time. Driving baseline, the floater is airballed, and Steven Sokup with the rebound. Coach Weisinger shaking his head on the bench after that shot selection. Steven Sokup driving, he's fouled. Hard, and Steven didn't like it.
Call it out of bounds or a foul?
Yeah. No foul. Called out of bounds, huh? Okay. Goss gets it into Michael Sokup into the corner. That looked like enough contact for a foul. But
sure did.
A.J. Goss has the basketball left wing. 33 seconds to play in the first half. A.J. to Brahim Anthony left wing. Shot fake between the leg dribble. A.J. Goss. On him is Kalen Bodie. 10 to shoot now. 22 left in the first half. Goss crossing over, tried to find lane. It went right through his hands, out of bounds.
Got to take a little bit of heat off of that, just a little bit. Tough catch.
And the shot clock off. 15 seconds left here in the first half. Kalen Bodie dribbles slowly across the half-court line. Gets a screen, crossing over. Kicks it in the corner long, a shot fake. Leaves it down low, 2 seconds. Fadeaway jumper is airballed. The rebound grabbed by Schooling. It doesn't matter. The buzzer sounds, and a solid first half for the Blackhawks. They will go into the locker room with a 22-point lead, 45-23 over a very good Illinois Central team here tonight. Coming up, the halftime show here on Hot 97.3.
Before a Blackhawk game for fine dining, it's the Drake. Then off to the game. Gourmet dining, gourmet meals, a nice place to meet before and after a home game. Proud to be a sponsor of Blackhawk basketball, encouraging everyone in Southeast Iowa to support SCC's quality basketball team. Fine dining in a relaxed atmosphere overlooking the beautiful Mississippi River. The Drake in Burlington.
You know your local Jet Stops carry BP gasoline, a gasoline that helps cars run younger, longer. But did you know they have the best breakfast pizza in town? And did you know what goes great with breakfast pizza? A warm cup of coffee. If you join their coffee club, when you buy 5 cups of coffee, the 6th cup is free. Jet Stops, proud supporters of Blackhawk basketball. And what goes great with basketball? Godfather's Pizza. This month, get any large single Godfather's Pizza for $9.99 or 2 large singles for $18.99.
Get it all at the Jet Stop.
What do you dream about? Remodeling your kitchen? A new vehicle? An exotic vacation? Whatever your dreams, a home equity line of credit from Great Western Bank puts the funds you need at your fingertips. With the local decisions and personal attention of a hometown bank, they can help you achieve your financial dreams. Call your local Burlington or Mount Pleasant Great Western Bank branch today at 319-754-6521 to learn more about their low rates. Great Western Bank. Make life great. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Evaluating players for the right positions. Teaching the fundamental building blocks. Coaches know how to build a winning team. Mediapolis Savings Bank coaches people every day on some of life's major decisions. Helping people like you purchase that car you've always wanted, a home to raise your family, or the farm of your dreams. Mediapolis Savings Bank is proud to support the Southeastern Community College Blackhawks and will be there for you when you're ready to make that next major decision. Mediapolis Savings Bank, your bank for life.
Hot 97.3, your broadcast station for SCC Blackhawk basketball. It's time for your Southeastern Community College Continuing Education Halftime Show with Michael Broskowski and Mac Turner.
Halftime here at Lauren Walker Arena. The Blackhawks have the halftime lead of 45-23. We got a live auction going on the floor right now. Mac is up here. He's not down there bidding on anything right now.
I can do the fake, though.
Yeah. Are you watching? You watching the wife, though, man?
Or I can go, yep. Got that one.
No one would know. They wouldn't find you up here. Well, the Blackhawks have that lead 45-23. Mac, how about that energy coming out of the gates? And they basically maintained it with just maybe a few little dry spells, which were going to happen, but they didn't turn into long periods of emptiness.
No, I think we kind of like one or two times it came down with the empty possession. But, you know, like I said, a game or two, you get guys in rhythm with each other. Guys figure out what they can and can't do. The coaches figure out who we can trust in substitution and rotations. And I think the guys that have been there tonight, Brahima Anthony, Don Henderson, have played well. Paul played well. Robert came in, did a good job. So those are the people that have to come in and do a good job off the bench. You look at the stats and everything looks really, really good, and that's really important.
Well, the Blackhawks with this lead. You mentioned Brahim Anthony, Don Henderson stepping off the bench coming. How about A.J. Goss, the play of A.J.? He's always out there. You know what he can do passing the ball. He's a great facilitator, but also showing what he can do scoring the ball here in the first half.
Yeah, I think he's very capable, and I think the coaching staff have a lot of confidence in A.J. And it's kind of nice sometimes when you see both point guards playing together, him and Isaiah, because that creates more ball handling, more scoring opportunity, and they both can put pressure on defensively. So that makes a huge difference when they can both play together or one of them at a time.
Well, the Blackhawks in that first half defensively really played well, continued that over from the Little Priest game. I was also more impressed with the rebounding, though, in that first half. It started right away with a few Ransom rebounds, and they've also been in the rebounds they haven't been able to get. They've been taking them away.
But they pretty much cleaned up the board. The thing is, the really big thing is they've caused our receivers to turn the ball over a bunch of times, you know. And I tell you what, I was working with our freshman basketball team tonight. I said, you guys can't turn the ball over. You got to value the basketball. And if you don't do that, it's going to go down and turn into something else positive for SEC. And that's what has happened. But as far as the board goes, boy, they've really cleaned them up really well.
Well, and you know what to say about turnovers. That's a time down the floor where you don't even get a chance at a point. More chances, of course. More points.
Yep.
Turnovers, obviously. It sounds so simple, but the Blackhawks have been able to really control the basketball here tonight. Rebounding, fine game as well. It shows all on the scoreboard of the 45-23 lead. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll take a look at first half stats. We'll also check the ICCAC scoreboard. It's all coming up here on Hot 97.3.
For years, SCC Blackhawk basketball has produced great teams the area can be proud to support. At Two Rivers Financial Group, they feel they have produced a great team also, and they thank you for your support. Two Rivers Financial Group feels privileged to be a sponsor of these Blackhawk basketball broadcasts. The Blackhawks and Two Rivers Financial, bringing winning traditions to Southeast Iowa.
Get ready. It's time for another hour of nothing but the hits. KHDK New London, Burlington. Hot 97.3.
So you're batting 500, keeping your resolution so far. You know, going back to school is on your list every year, but that January start date slips by so fast. Oh, well, guess you'll have to wait till fall. Not. SEC knows life gets in the way. That's why people love our late start classes. In person, online, there's something for everyone. Plus, they're a perfect way to see if college is for you. We're onto something. Southeastern Community College, educating students and keeping New Year's resolutions since 1920. Class start dates staggered now through March. Call today.
What do you dream about? Remodeling your kitchen? A new vehicle? An exotic vacation? Whatever your dreams, a home equity line of credit from Great Western Bank puts the funds you need at your fingertips. With the local decisions and personal attention of a hometown bank, they can help you achieve your financial dreams. Call your local Burlington or Mount Pleasant Great Western Bank branch today at 319-754-6521 to learn more about their low rates. Great Western Bank. Make life great. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
For building materials for both contractors and do-it-yourselfers, along with free professional advice, is Standard of Beaverdale, Southeast Iowa's Service Home Center, featuring top-notch customer service, plus quality products and materials for your construction and home improvement projects. Standard of Beaverdale, happy to be a supporter of Blackhawk basketball. Go to a game or listen right here on Hot 97.3. Standard of Beaverdale, located on Beaverdale Road just west of West Burlington.
Blackhawk basketball on Hot 97.3.
Back here at Lauren Walker Arena as the live auction continues on the floor. A lot of good-looking cakes, desserts. Good thing Mac and I are way up here because we're maybe bidding on some of those awesome cakes and pies down there, right, Mac?
Yeah, I'd say that one they're bidding on right now sounds really, really good.
Looks like it's a basketball net.
Yeah.
That's impressive.
Sounds great.
Halftime, Blackhawks on top 45-23. Let's take a look at the first half stats. First for Illinois Central. They were led in scoring in that first half by Edwin Johnson off the bench. 5 points for Edwin Johnson. 4 points for Kalen Bodie along with Isaiah Yanni. 3 points for both Jared Johnson and Justin Taylor. Also, they had 2 points for Christopher Bolden. That's the scoring in the first half for Illinois Central. Led in rebounding by both Christopher Bolden and Mason Goforth. They shot 29% in the first half, 25 from outside, 91% from the free throw line on 10 for 11. That's really where they made their most work from the line.
Yeah, because they got shooting percentage from 3-point and 2-point is right where you want to have a team at.
Yeah, that's under 30% for both. Southeastern was led in scoring in the first half. Michael Sokop with 11. A.J. Goss had 10 in that first half of play. Raheem Anthony with 8, 5 for Steven Sokop, 4 for Don Henderson. And then 3 points for Isaiah Graves. They got 2 for both Carl Lane and Dan Ransom. Leading rebounder in that first half was Michael Sokop with 4. Blackhawks out rebounded Illinois Central 15-12. It seemed like a lot more than that.
Yeah, it does, but, you know, they got 12 to 15 in rebounding, but it sure seems like a lot more rebounds than that has gone up. But, you know, it might be right because they've turned the ball over at least 9 or 10 times on turnovers, so that's probably about right.
Well, the Blackhawks shot a robust 54% from the field and from outside. 7 for 13 on 3 in that first half. Good to see them get their stroke back from outside after some tough couple of shooting games from 3. 83% from the free throw line, 10 of 12. They shot one more free throw than Illinois Central. As the Blackhawks' biggest lead in this game is currently their score right now at 22 points. Now, the Blackhawks fell behind 2-0 in the game, but they have not trailed since, as the Blackhawks leading 45-23. And Mac, that numbers right there all look pretty good. It would be interesting to see, as you said, how many of those points coming off the assists for the Blackhawks tonight.
Yeah, well, they have a total of 9 assists, so that's got to be at least 18 of those points that has got to be off of assistant at 45.
Yeah, the Blackhawks distributing the ball well here tonight. They've only turned it over 7 times. Illinois Central has turned it over 10 times. Let's take a look at the ICCAC scoreboard here tonight, as there is some Division II conference games going on in the ICCAC, as DMAC, number 5 DMAC, is in Nyack tonight. That game at 7:30. Iowa Lakes is at Iowa Central, and Southwestern at Ellsworth. Kirkwood, a non-conference game against Grandview JV up in Cedar Rapids. Finals from tonight, or I should say the women. No final yet from that one. Southeastern was hosting Kirkwood tonight down in Keokuk. That's your look at the ICCAC scoreboard as the live auction continues on the floor right now. Mac, that looks like ice cream cones sticking out.
Yeah, that thing looks good too.
Whatever's on top, or whatever it is, there's a cherry on top. So that's always good. A little bit of a fruit with your big cake and ice cream.
I'll tell you, there's that last 2 cakes, the one with the strawberry or whatever it was with cream in it, it really sounded delicious.
Wow. Some good stuff out there. The live auction is wrapping up. Team's about to make the way back on the floor. We'll have more here as we'll wrap up the halftime show when we come back here on Hot 97.3.
Coach Carroll analyzes his opponents to determine the style of offense the Blackhawks need to score and the type of defense needed to protect his lead. When looking to your financial future, pick a coach to help guide you through your financial game plan. Rick Buller Financial Services knows the importance of having a good financial strategy in place. Call today. Registered representative of and securities offered through Berthel Fisher & Company Financial Services, Inc., BFCFS. Member FINRA-SIPC. Rick Buller Financial Service, LLC is independent of BFCFS.
Stick around. The second half is moments away on Hot 97.3.
So you're batting 500, keeping your resolution so far. You know, going back to school is on your list every year, but that January start date slips by so fast. Oh, well, guess you'll have to wait till fall. Not. SEC knows life gets in the way. That's why people love our late start classes. In person, online, there's something for everyone. Plus, they're a perfect way to see if college is for you. We're onto something. Southeastern Community College, educating students and keeping New Year's resolutions since 1920. Class start dates staggered now through March. Call today.
Half the fun of the game is the post-game activities. Your adrenaline's still pumping. It's time to cuss and discuss while your Blackhawk blood is still flowing. Grab some fellow Blackhawk fanatics and bounce over to the Boogaloo Cafe inside Fun City, Blackhawk Nation's post-game headquarters. Imbibe in a libation. Dive into the tasty All-American menu. Catch the latest sports updates on over 40 jumbo plasma TVs. It's where the action begins when the action at SEC ends. The Boogaloo Cafe, located at Pizzazz, your Blackhawk Nation headquarters.
There is no success without dedication and hard work. Levine Sanitation Services knows this all too well. They continue to work hard and keep our community clean. From residential to commercial, Levine covers Southeast Iowa and Western Illinois. Family owned and operated, Levine is proud to be a part of this great community we call home. Good luck this year, Blackhawks. Work hard to achieve your goals, and the possibilities are endless. Levine Sanitation Services, waste disposal since 1966.
SEC Blackhawk basketball. Hot 97.3.
Halftime lead here of 45-23. Michael Briskowski and Mac Turner back with you as we get set for second half action. Both teams back on the floor getting set for the final 20 minutes of play here tonight. Blackhawks have led ever since the 2-minute mark of the first half and have jumped down to their biggest lead here at the break, 45-23. Mac, before we get to your key for the second half, what impressed you most about the Blackhawks play in the first?
The big thing, they had really good rhythm going. They were sharing the basketball. Obviously, they was cleaning up the board, and their defense was right there on the catch. So, got to come back out and continue that for the next 20 minutes.
So the Blackhawks trying to win their 23rd game of the year. If they can do so, it would be a 2-game winning streak following that loss to Northeast. Remember, the Blackhawks have 2 games coming up at Indian Hills, at home against Iowa Western to close out the regular season. You might as well close out the season in a tough environment like that with playoff time coming up anyway.
2 huge games. Obviously, you need to win both of them. Get yourself in a position to maybe have a home game get them when the playoffs start. So hopefully by that time, if you get Ross back, that's going to be an added addition. Sure, he'll be out of sync a little bit. It's going to take a little bit when you have him practice. Haven't been going up and down, but he's an intelligent basketball player, and it shouldn't take him much time to get back into the rhythm of the game.
So the Blackhawks will go with the starters here for the second half. We'll wait to see if Illinois Central does the same. Remember, Illinois Central shooting under 30% in the first half, and can't really think that continues for Illinois Central. Usually a team gets hot like that. At least the Blackhawks play with a big lead right now.
Yeah, and they got to continue to play with it. Don't let up and give Illinois Central a chance to get a little hot and start making baskets. And all of a sudden, then you're fighting for your life at the end of the last 20 minutes of this second half.
So the Blackhawks, they'll have Isaiah Graves, Dan Ransom, Don Henderson, the Soakups, the starting 5. Illinois Central will have Kalen Bodie, Mason Goforth, Jared Johnson, Justin Taylor, and Jamani Pierce, their starting 5. We didn't see Pierce much in that first half outside the first few minutes. Blackhawks will start with the basketball. Going to the right, Isaiah Graves brings it across the half-court line, has it right wing, passing out top. Michael Sokup drives to the corner, now backs it out. Here's Henderson. Swing it around to Steven Sokup on the right wing. Gets a screen. Steven, 15 feet out, finds Michael Sokup. Here's Isaiah Graves with the basketball. Free throw line, step back, 18-foot jumper, rattles out, and a rebound tipped out of bounds by Ransom. And it will be Illinois Central ball, 19:35 to play. The point guard, Kalen Bodie, who had 4 points in the first half, dribbles across the half-court line. Mason Goforth back to Bodie on the right wing. On the elbow, here's Taylor. Johnson to Bodie. They continue to sway it around now. 8 to shoot. Shot fake. Pierce gets caught in the air. Goforth, the 3 left wing. He hits it. Mason Goforth has 5 points, and Illinois Central opened the scoring in the first half. They opened the scoring here in the second. 18:50 to go. 45-26 lead for the Blackhawks. Isaiah Graves crossing over. Pass a little light. It was almost stolen. Michael Sokup steps up, missing the 3. Don Henderson with the rebound, blows the no-footer. That rimmed out. It was a nice offensive board, but the no-footer did not drop. Goforth had his pass tipped right back to him. He kicks it out. Driving the lane, Johnson leaves it off.
Okay, that's a 4-0
off the glass, Taylor. Yeah, Mac 4-0 run to start the second half. Don Ransom is caught. They're going to have to hurry now. You got 2 seconds to get it across, and they don't. Not the start you're looking for in the second.
First. Yep. Called it a turnover.
So turnover. On the 10-second violation. And on a 4-0 run to start the second half, Illinois Central has it 2 minutes in. Bodie, bounce pass, right wing. The pass is going to be stolen away by Ransom. Good D. Took it away from Pierce. Michael Soka into the corner. Down low, Ransom. One dribble. Puts it up, blocked. Gets it back off the glass and in. Good work by Ransom. Stayed with it. He's got 4 points. And they stopped that 4-0 run, 47-28. Bodie bounce pass down low off the hands of Pierce, out of bounds turnover. The bench for Illinois Central not happy, and they're going to make a change. Pierce will come out for Schooling.
5 turnovers. Now they're coming up with a little man-to-man pressure here. Get out of there and just let him bring it up.
Don Henderson gets to Isaiah Graves. The pressure continues for Illinois Central. Graves to the basket, blows the layup. And Illinois Central comes back with it. Crossing over, kicks it out. Bodie, a 3 from the right wing. Too hard off the heel of the rim. Rebound goes long. Grabbed 15 feet out by Schooling. It's tipped out to Isaiah Graves. To the basket, lays it up and in. He wants a foul, doesn't get the call. Isaiah with the basket, he's got 5.
Smart play by, I don't know if that was Michael or Steve.
I think it was Michael.
But a nice play to tip it towards your basket, and Isaiah was able to run under it. Oh, wow.
Isaiah pokes it away, gets the steal, falls to the floor. And he calls a timeout. The steal for Isaiah Graves. And with 16:46 to play in regulation, the Blackhawks lead at 49-28 here on Hot 97.3.
Coach Carroll analyzes his opponents to determine the style of offense the Blackhawks need to score and the type of defense needed to protect his lead. When looking to your financial future, pick a coach to help guide you through your financial game plan. Rick Buller Financial Services knows the importance of having a good financial strategy in place. Call today. Registered representative of and securities offered through Berthel Fisher & Company Financial Services, Inc., BFCFS. Member FINRA-SIPC. Rick Buller Financial Service, LLC is independent of BFCFS.
For years, SCC Blackhawk basketball has produced great teams. Teams the area can be proud to support. At Two Rivers Financial Group, they feel they have produced a great team also, and they thank you for your support. Two Rivers Financial Group feels privileged to be a sponsor of these Blackhawk basketball broadcasts. The Blackhawks and Two Rivers Financial, bringing winning traditions to Southeast Iowa.
It's SCC Blackhawk basketball on Hot 97.3.
Michael Soka missing a 3 out of the timeout. Illinois Central with the basketball now. Taylor driving, kicks it back to Johnson. A deep 3 from the right wing, no good. Steven Soka goes up high for the rebound. And the Blackhawks have it 16-15 to play here in regulation. Michael Sokup has the basketball right wing. Kick it in the corner. Steven Sokup, a 3-ball, no good. That one too hard. Michael Sokup with the rebound, trapped underneath. He tried to throw it off a body, but it's stolen away. 2-on-1. Go for it. Back to Bodie. To the basket, he's fouled. Layup, no good. Goss with the foul. Bodie to shoot a pair. What's that going to be on Goss?
Yeah, third one.
Third foul for AJ. First foul on either team to begin the half. So Bodie at the free throw line. First free throw is good for Kalen Bodie. He has 5 points. Bodie came in averaging 10.8 points per game. Second free throw upcoming. And it's good. So Bodie was 6. Isaiah Graves with the basketball. Kicks it to Steven Sokup, right wing. Finds Michael in the corner. Dribbles up, high wing. Ransom fighting down low. He'll get the entry pass. Gets it knocked out of his hands, but grabs it and passes it out to Steven Sokup. 10 to shoot. The Illinois Central defense a little tighter here in the second. And with 5 seconds on the shot clock, they get bailed out. A foul called on Illinois Central. So they get bailed out that time, Mac.
Yeah, that Justin Taylor.
Yep, his first. The Dixmoor, Illinois native, played at Thornton Township High School. They've had a storied history of basketball. As Graves gets it into Henderson, hands it back off Graves.
Boy, he almost traveled.
Henderson has it left wing, driving baseline, spinning, kicks it out. Graves over to Michael Silkup on the right wing, and he gets it stolen away by Goforth. Just knocked it out of his hands and took it from him. Bodie driving the lane, forgot the basketball. Down on the knees is Michael Silkup. He dribbles his way out of it. Isaiah Graves, travel.
Oh, no way. All he did was a little jab step.
So travel called on Isaiah Graves' turnover. Brahim Anthony checks in for Michael Silkup. So Brahim back in with 8 points. As bringing the basketball up the floor, Jared Johnson, or excuse me, it's Bakari Jefferson into the game for the first time, Orlando, Florida native. Bakari Jefferson has it in the corner. Top of the key, shot fake. Driving is Johnson, off the glass and in. Offense looking better for Illinois Central here in the second half.
Yeah, they've had a couple of good possessions down here on this end.
It's 49-32. Blackhawks lead. Isaiah Graves driving, kicks it to Brahim Anthony. A 3-ball left wing, no good. Off the heel of the rim. Henderson fighting for the rebound, out of bounds, off of Henderson.
That shot by Dunn, trying to get to the opposite board. Didn't settle for being blocked out. Able to get his hands on the ball.
Like what I'm seeing from both Brahim and Don the last 2 nights. Bakari Jefferson. Bounce pass, baseline. David Weed. Kick it back out top. Johnson crossing over. Right side of the lane. Puts it up. Count it. And a foul. And here comes Illinois Central.
Yeah, you don't want to start having this happen right now.
It's on Henderson. His first.
You got to foul him. You better foul him hard enough so he doesn't get the ball up.
As the free throw's good. Johnson's got 8. Down the floor, Isaiah Graves gets it knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with the Blackhawks. So Isaiah Graves to inbound. Gets it into Brahim Anthony in the corner. Out top, down Henderson. Pass down low, Ransom underneath the basket. Finds Henderson. Baseline jumper. Rims out and off the backboard and down to Illinois Central. Johnson, he thought about a 3. We saw him take one from Danville earlier in the game. It was no good. That time decides not to shoot it. Isaiah Graves steals it away. Having trouble with the basketball, tracks it down in the corner and waits for help. Another steal for Isaiah. He got Bodie earlier in the half like that. Down low, Ransom. 1 dribble. Brahim Anthony, open 3 right wing. No good. That was a little off to the left. Rebound tap to Ransom. Blackhawks have it back in a fresh 35. Isaiah almost getting it stolen away. It's knocked out of bounds by Illinois Central. It will stay with Southeastern. Little ragged here in the second.
Yes, Bakari Jefferson says, I give it back to you like you give it to me.
He almost got it.
Yep, almost.
So Brahim Anthony to get it in. Isaiah Graves, right wing, Don Henderson. Steven Silkup, a 3-ball left wing. Good! Bakari Jefferson got caught behind a screen, and Silkup nails the 3. Stevens got 8.
Good.
And the Blackhawks lead 52-35. My bad. Yeah, and we get a foul, offensive foul that time. Mac, you were saying about the execution.
Good execution on the quarter court. Just running some picks there, and, you know, guys are switching off on the guy that's coming on that little flex cut, and then that guard's popping right out. Good pass, good shot.
Steven Silkup to inbound. Gets it in. Isaiah Graves driving baseline. He's fouled. Blackhawks will inbound underneath the basket, leading 52-35, 12:29 to play. Gets it into Steven Sokup. Counted and a foul off the glass and in. Steven a chance at a three-point play. He had to maneuver his way in there. Almost got it knocked away.
Yeah, and those are the kind of plays where you get bumped around a little bit. And you got to be able to catch it and be able to finish it at the rim. And that's what coaches talk about. That's what they preach. You got to finish at the rim.
Steven to complete the three-point play. He does. He's got 11. He ties Michael for the team lead tonight. And the inbound pass almost stolen away. They've got numbers as Steven Sokup has to hustle back. He does get back in time as Edward Johnson passing over to Jared Johnson. And the ball lost entering the lane, but a foul called on the Blackhawks.
Call that on Isaiah.
His second, team's third, 12:15 to play. Blackhawks lead it by 20, 55-35. Their largest lead was at half by 22. Johnson thought about the three. Steven Sokup got there quickly. The other Johnson will shoot it up. No good. Rebounded by Steven Sokup. Isaiah Graves. Crossing over. Isaiah driving baseline. His pass is tipped out of bounds. He was trying to find Henderson, or Brahim Anthony rather, in the corner. Aaron Sanders in the game for the first time tonight.
Well, you know, anytime you have a penetration like that, Isaiah wasn't really looking to shoot that ball. He was actually looking to pass it. And guys just didn't move to the spot he thought it was going to be at.
As the pass back to Isaiah is knocked out of bounds off of Isaiah's leg. Turnover back to Illinois Central.
Yeah, Don's got to be a better job that he could actually fake that handoff and then turn and drove it to the basket, because his defender's jumping up high or showing up high on top of that, thinking it's going to be handoff to Isaiah. You can fake that and turn right to the basket and go.
Here's Aaron Sanders, another Peoria native. He has a basketball right wing. Bounce pass down low. Backing his way in as Pierce. Lane steals it away and finds Isaiah Graves. Another steal for the Blackhawks.
Boy, a lot of turnovers by Illinois Central.
Brahim Anthony, bounce pass down low lane, catches, puts it up off the back of the rim, no good, gets his own rebound and follows up. Lane's got 4 points and a steal. Steven Sokup to Graves, who's fouled hard on his way to the basket. He pops up quickly. Isaiah will shoot two. Almost looked like he was going up for a dunk there at first.
Boy, you don't want to fall and hit your head, though, in that kind of play. You're almost parallel to the floor.
Got up right away, and now will shoot his 2 free throws. The foul was on Yanni, his third. First free throw, no good. David Weed checks back in. As Isaiah tonight, 5 points, misses both. 0 for 2 on that trip for Graves. Blackhawks leading 57-35, 11:08 to play here in regulation. On the wing, crossing over, Edward Johnson, step back 18-footer, Pure. Nice little step back J from Johnson. He's got 5. Having trouble getting it in here. Steven gets it into Isaiah Graves. And he's fouled by Sanders. Coach Weisinger not going to like that foul on the bench for Illinois Central. Plenty far from the basket. Anderson will come out. Isaiah Graves passing right wing. Michael Sokup into the corner to Steven. Brahim Anthony has it left wing. Michael to Steven, gets blocked by Weed, but he's fouled. It was wide open down low. Good look.
It's good ball movement. It's really moved that ball around.
It was quick that time. Weed called it the foul. He's barely played. He's got 3 fouls. Maybe that's why he's barely played.
Well, you know, get your time in and get your money worth. Do nothing else, foul.
First Free throw good. Might as well show up in the stat sheet somewhere. So Steven hits his first free throw, takes over the team lead tonight with 12. And now the officials convening. They wanted to confirm, I think, who the foul was on, or... Either way, the second free throw good from Steven. 13 points. Blackhawks lead at 59-37. Galen Bodie. Yanni. Left wing, Edward Johnson. Crossing over. He'll take the deep three. No good. Rebound grab by Isaiah Graves. As we reach the midpoint of the second half. Raheem Anthony catches in front of the SEC bench. Passing right wing. Isaiah lobs it down low. Lane, one dribble, spinning, hook shot, good. Lane back has 6.
Very nice footwork there. You like to see your big guy do that. That's just a nice move. Come back, go right, come back to your left with a little nice jump hook.
Isaiah almost had the fast break there. He took it away from Bodie, but they get the foul, late whistle. Coach Carroll wasn't happy with Isaiah after the foul call. Just kind of dropped the ball away and started walking. Wanted him to pick it up and hand it to the official.
Well, you know, that's what you do, and you coach like that in front of this whole crowd. Then people know what you like and what you want the character of your players to be. You know what? Just hand the ball to the official.
Yeah, and that sums A.J. Goss into the game, and he comes on the floor with a big smile. As the three ball from the top, no good from Tyler Johnson, rebounded by Carl Lane. Into the corner, here's Raheem Anthony. Gets a screen, top of the key, pass right wing to Goss, tipped out of bounds by Tyler Johnson. 9:15 to play, Blackhawks lead at 61-37. Final non-conference game of the year. Michael Soka passing left wing. Here's Raheem Anthony with the basketball. A.J. Goss out top.
Zone.
And a 2-3. Lane.
Carl, turn and face the basket.
Passed it into the corner, and it was out of reach of Steven Soka. About a bounce. Turnover. Back to Illinois Central.
Yeah, right there is a coaching point. You catch, turn, and face the basket, and you may have a little mid-range shot there, or, you know, then you can turn and kick it to the corner if the defense surges on you.
Bodie trying to get it inside, back out top. Tyler Johnson, he's not afraid to shoot the three, and he drains it. So Johnson with 10. Raheem Anthony left wing, bounce pass into the corner. Raheem to Michael, over to A.J. on the wing. Zone defense here, as Mac mentioned, for Illinois Central. Lane on the elbow, gets it knocked away, stolen. Into the hands of Yanni. Driving all the way to the basket, lays it up too hard. Rebound taken by Jared Johnson. Ball being fought for, ripped out of bounds. It will go to the Blackhawks with 8:08 to play. (61-40). Blackhawks lead. Steven trying to get the ball in bounds. He finds A.J., who gives it right back to Steven to dribble it up across the timeline. Michael Soka has the basketball on the wing. Shot fake. Finds Steven straddling the arc. Driving baseline off the glass. No good. Harris tips it up and in. Robert Harris with the bucket. The freshman from Milwaukee on the board. Bodie driving, contact shot is waved off. It was on the floor, they say. Goss with the foul. It's going to be Goss's fourth.
Well, I tell you what, if Robert wants to really be known as a shot blocker, even though that was a foul, to go there and swat that thing away from there. So you send a message to guys that don't bring it in here near the rim. He's got to just swat that away.
As Goforth gets it in to Jared Johnson, a shot fake, driving baseline. He's fouled by Harris. 2 shots coming for Jared Johnson. 7:42 to play.
Harris is first. Team 6. Johnson's in the line 2.
Harris is first, team 6th. First free throw for Jared Johnson is good.
These guys may not take care of the basketball very good, but they're good free throw shooters.
Johnson, a 73.2% shooter, missing the second. There you go, Mac. Little jinx put on there. I like it. Steven Sokup to Michael Sokup to Brahim. The pass was tipped. Brahim was ready to shoot, but had to adjust when the pass was tipped. Here's Isaiah Graves with an 18 to shoot. Left wing, lobs it down low. Harris backs his way in, finds Brahim Anthony. A 3-ball from the right wing is good. Brahim Anthony for 3. Brahim now has 11. Blackhawks lead it 66-41. Bodie dribbling on the wing. Jared Johnson, he'll take a 3 top of the key and hit it.
Yeah, nice looking shot.
He's got 14. 14 points for Jared Johnson.
Yeah, he's way over his average tonight.
Coming in with that average of 8.7. Isaiah Graves hands the basketball left wing. Crossing over. 15 feet out, and he falls down. Traveling is called. He made the shot.
Oh, my.
As he was falling to the floor.
Oh, man.
Wow. The shot does not count.
Yeah. That's a highlight play right there, Mike, for sure.
Wow.
Shake and breaker guy, and you're falling down, still get it to hit all, nothing but net.
Below the free throw line, Jared Johnson's pass knocked away. Brahim Anthony, a hustle play, knocked it off the legs of Christopher Bolden, and the Blackhawks get it back. Well, the coaches weren't laughing after that shot went in after the travel, but Shohei and the end of the bench were. Josh Ross said something, and Shohei got a good laugh out of it. Isaiah driving, gets it knocked loose. Brahim Anthony with it, pass down low. Harris puts it up in traffic. It's blocked by Justin Taylor.
Don't need to put it down on the floor. Just go straight up.
Brahim Anthony. Steven Sokup, bounce pass Isaiah Graves, left wing. 8 to shoot. Isaiah, bounce pass to Anthony. He'll take a 3 right wing. No good. Almost banked it in, though. Bounce pass down low. Jared Johnson is fouled. The shot no good. 2 free throws coming. Johnson back to the line, Mac. They've been making a lot of their offense from the free throw line tonight.
And you don't want to have those kind of stops as much as that much. He just got a pretty good job of getting done, posted up on that one.
Well, 10 of their 23 first half points came from the line. It's the first free throw. Jared Johnson leading all scorers now with 15. Ransom, Henderson, and Goss in for the Blackhawks. And Bakari Jefferson in for Illinois Central. And the second free throw short. He missed one. Johnson leading all scorers, though, of 15 after going 1 for 2 at the line. Isaiah Graves. Passing right wing, Michael Sokup. Isaiah. Michael Sokup, 3-ball, no good. Rebound tipped out by Henderson. Goss tried to save it. No. Watch out for Ross's hand over there as he almost ran over Josh on the bench. Wonder what the conversations are like between Ross and Shohei on the bench down there. Driving, here's Johnson, no good. Jared Johnson, no good on the layup attempt. Rebounded by Henderson. Of course, we saw Shohei with a career-high 10 points last night off the bench, and that, or I should say, Monday night. Isaiah Graves with the basketball, passing right wing. Goss, bounce pass to Ransom. The give and go back to Goss. It's knocked out of his hands and then off A.J. out of bounds back to Illinois Central.
A little bit too much traffic right there.
Across the half-court line. Bakari Jefferson, 18-foot jumper, airballed. Henderson with the rebound. Brandon Messina comes to the scorer's table. 4:38 left. Blackhawks leading 66-45. A.J. gets fouled on his pass over to Isaiah Graves. Isaiah hits a three after the whistle called. That's back-to-back shots Isaiah's hit after a whistle.
Yeah.
That's the team's 8th foul. First called on...
I think it was Colin Bakari.
Jefferson, it would be his first.
Jefferson.
So Goss at the free throw line, 1-1. He hits the first. A.J. having a nice night. That's 11 for the freshman from Texas.
A lot of free throws for him tonight.
Came in shooting 57.9% from the line, but that was a small sample size. Missing the second free throw. Henderson flies in there for the rebound. And the Blackhawks have a new possession, leading 67-45 with 4:24 left. Isaiah has the basketball top of the key. Henderson. And the pass tipped, but right in the hands of Isaiah Graves. Almost a turnover. Isaiah. The floater blocked. Ransom with the rebound, 10 to shoot. A.J. shot fake, goes up with it 15 feet out, banks it in. A.J. with the bucket. He's got 13 to tie Steven Sokup for the lead in this one for the team. And at 3:53 left at 69-45. Three ball no good. That was shot by Bolden. And the rebound grabbed by Goss.
Messina's going to get an early call tonight. That's good.
Yep, Messina sitting at the scorer's table.
Timeout to get him in.
Substitution timeout here for Coach Carroll, getting Messina into the game. Brandon had a nice performance against Little Priest.
Yeah.
8 points in that one. I should say, 8 points for Messina. Subs coming in for Illinois Central. Matt Long along with Isaiah Ianni and Michael Doss.
It's a great crowd out here tonight. Nice job on the auction.
Yep, fantastic night all around. Blackhawks trying to close it out with the W, leading 69-45. Michael Sokup kicks it to Brandon Messina in the corner. Shohei coming to the scorer's table. Michael Sokup, crossover, tried to go behind the back. He's fouled. He was trying to go behind the back to Ransom on the baseline. He's fouled and will go to the free throw line. First free throw for Michael is short. Michael with 11 points tonight, 65% from the free throw line. Shohei Yamada checks in, as usual, to big ovation. Comes in for for Graves. Sokup free throw, good. 1 of 2 on that trip for Michael. He's got 12. 70-45, 3:18 left. Aaron Sanders running the point position. Bounce pass to Doss. Driving is Edward Johnson. Finds Long. Shot fake Doss. Back out Sanders. Long gets it knocked loose. Gets it back. Finds David Weed driving to the basket. Blocked by Henderson. He hung up in the air too long. Messina racing to the basket. He's blocked. It's out of bounds off of Edward Johnson. It stays with Southeastern. 2:48 to go. Brahim Anthony checks in for Michael Sokup. Now, it's going to be a good win here tonight, Mac.
Yeah, very good. A good production tonight. Didn't disappoint the crowd. A lot of activities here at halftime. I thought it was a great night here for the basketball team and the community.
As Don Henderson crossing over, driving baseline, caught underneath the basket. His pass for Shohei is intercepted. Quickly up the floor, Edward Johnson to the basket, lays it up and in. Johnson's got 7. Edward Johnson, that is. Brahim trying to get it in. Press here from Illinois Central. Got 5 seconds to get it across, and Brahim does. And we're going to get offensive foul as he sent Edward Johnson to the floor. They say push off.
Point guard, go get the ball, get the offense started.
That would be their Messina or Yamada. Has long passing top of the key. Edward Johnson gets a screen, driving to the basket. Passing it over to Goss. He loses out of bounds, but it's off of the Blackhawks. 2:07 to go. Lead at 70-47. Inbound pass, Johnson. Yamada all over him, coming off that 10-point game. Long, a 3-ball in the corner. Rings it around and in.
First bucket.
And it's a 20-point game, 70-50. Henderson up court. Yamada driving, passing to Ransom, off the glass and in. 2-on-1. Hey. Ransom from Yamada. Edward Johnson handing it off. Sanders kicking it to Long. Weed over to Sanders, down low. Goss back to the basket. Leaves it off for Weed, off the glass and in. Weed snuck in there, and somehow Goss was able to contort his body to get a pass to him. Yamada breaking the press, racing across the court. No-look pass to Ransom, who's fouled. 2 shots coming for Ransom. Again, Yamada finding the open guy on the break.
Yeah, good little break. Held it long enough to get the defense over there and try to drop it off to Dan. Dan wanted to dunk that one.
As there to stop him was David Weed. First free throw for Ransom, good. Free throws have been good tonight, Mac.
Yeah, it's high percentage.
8 points for Ransom. Harris getting set to check in. He'll come in for Ransom at the next stoppage if he makes it, which he does right now. Ransom's got 9. That's what he'll end with tonight. Harris back in. Blackhawks on top, 74-52. Sanders let the ball roll. Many think that when you let the ball roll like that, it's going to take more time when you reach down to pick it up and can cause more harm because someone can swoop in there and take that away. Yamada tips the pass over to Brahim Anthony. Intercepted. Brahim to Henderson. Reverse layup, no good. Harris tips it in. That's another tip in for Robert Harris. 4 points for him. 76-52 lead. We're under a minute to go. Yamada on Johnson. Step back. Good. Edward Johnson, nice looking shot. He's got 9. 35 seconds to go in this one. Not giving up here is Illinois Central. They got the press. Yamada breaks it. Messina. They'll lob it up for Harris, who is fouled. Free throws coming for Robert Harris on the alley-oop attempt. Foul on Weed, his 5th. So he fouls out. His replacement will be Christopher Bolden with 27.8 seconds left. The first free throw for Robert Harris is good. 10 or I should say, 5 points for Robert Harris. He had 8 against Little Priest. 60% free throw shooter this year. Makes both. 6 points for Robert. 25 seconds left. Edward Johnson crossing over. Gets past Yamada. Lays it up and in. And that'll do it. 17 seconds left. The Blackhawks will get across half court and run out the clock. As Messina gets it across, he finds Yamada driving baseline, and he'll kick it out to Brahim Anthony, who will take it back to the half court line. And there is the buzzer. Blackhawks win it 78-56. This one never in doubt tonight, Mac.
It was a great game. Guys did a good job getting started and keeping their foot on the gas pedal tonight.
So the Blackhawks with the win, 78-56. Post-game show coming up. Mac and I will have the stats, our reaction to this one, and we'll also talk with head coach Terry Carroll. That's all on the way here on Hot 97.3.
For years, SCC Blackhawk basketball has produced great teams. Teams the area can be proud to support. At Two Rivers Financial Group, they feel they have produced a great team also, and they thank you for your support. Two Rivers Financial Group feels privileged to be a sponsor of these Blackhawk basketball broadcasts. The Blackhawks and Two Rivers Financial, bringing winning traditions to Southeast Iowa.
Athletics provides a firm foundation for many of our area youth to build character and confidence. That's why Ideal Ready Mix is proud to support local athletics. They want to wish all the players the best of luck on their road to victory. Get the appearance of your home or commercial buildings up to ideal condition with the professionals at Ideal Ready Mix. For block and brick, precast steps, and complete masonry needs, Ideal Ready Mix, the concrete specialist. You saw it this way. Your buddy 2 sections over saw it that way. And now the discussion begins. For this cussin' and discussin', don't stand out in the cold. Come on in the warm confines of the Boogaloo Cafe for your post-game gathering. Keep your energy up with a great selection of finger foods. Keep your throat cooled down with your favorite beverage. And who knows, you might even catch Coach Carroll walking through with an observation or two. Go Blackhawks.
Before a Blackhawk game for fine dining, it's the Drake. Then, off to the game. Gourmet dining, gourmet meals, a nice place to meet before and after a home game. Proud to be a sponsor of Blackhawk basketball, encouraging everyone in Southeast Iowa to support SCC's quality basketball team. Fine dining in a relaxed atmosphere overlooking the beautiful Mississippi River. The Drake in Burlington.
The game is in the books, and the Hot 97.3 SEC Blackhawk basketball postgame show begins now. Brought to you by Fun City and the Pizzazz Entertainment Complex. With your postgame coverage, it's Michael Broskowski and Mac Turner.
Back here at Lauren Walker Arena, the Blackhawks win it tonight by the score of 78-56. Coach Carroll on his way up the stairs now as the Blackhawks win their 23rd of the year. Never in doubt. They trailed only once. That was in the first minute of the ball game when they trailed 2-0. As the Blackhawks get the win here on Packet in Pink night at Lauren Walker Arena. Joining me now, head coach Terry Carroll. Coach, great energy out of the gate tonight. Go down 2-0. Ever since then, it was all Blackhawks in this one. Now the energy seemed to hold for almost about maybe 35 minutes tonight.
I thought our whole outlook today, lead up to the game, everything that went on, all what could be a distraction, we didn't let it become that. And I thought we came out real focused and played really, really well.
And you get more contributions. Don Henderson getting another start. What were your thoughts on his performance tonight?
Oh, he had moments tonight where he was really, really good. No question about it. He brings a dimension to the floor. He's tough to guard. He can rebound the ball. And he's a good defender. So just all he needs is experience. The more he gets, the better he's going to become.
And before the game, we were talking about Brahim Anthony. How big is it for a player to have games like he had back-to-back when you haven't had many of those this year, and you've been missing time, etc.
Well, it only does you one thing, positive. And when you can come out and play good back-to-back, it just hope that it continues. Now let's go, goes back-to-back to back-to-back. Then we've really got something going. So I'm proud of him. He came out and really showed tonight. He was ready to play. He did a good job defensively. And like I said, with him, is just another thing, just getting more experience.
And rebounding tonight, you get a 12-point rebounding edge, basically 36-24. Strong rebounding in the first half. It just got better in the second.
That's right. That was one of our better efforts tonight on the glass over the whole season. We really got after it. We came up, when you have high energy and you good movement, you get those loose balls. You go get them. And tonight I thought we sought the ball out and went after it with two hands, grabbed it. We were strong with it. We had a couple turnovers that were unforced that you don't want to see at this time of year. But we were trying to be aggressive with them. It wasn't like we were keeping the ball up above our head and throwing it in the stand or something. We were trying to attack, but you just got to make good decisions down the stretch. And, for the most part tonight, I thought we did a pretty good job.
And you get 4 players in double figures. Had quite a lot of that earlier in the year. Now you're missing 2 players, and you get 4 guys to step up with double figures. You get point totals of 8 from Dan Ransom, and you even get Harris coming off the bench. Everyone's shipping in.
Well, you know, when you're a basketball team and you practice together for 5 months now, you have to have somebody that's willing to step up when somebody else is hurt or in foul trouble or whatever it may be, and take on the added responsibility and show what kind of a player you want to become. So when you get a chance, you better be ready to pop and be ready to show what you can do. How many people, Mac, have we known in our lives that all of a sudden somebody got hurt, the third baseman got hurt, a new third baseman got his chance, and next thing you know, 2 home runs, he turns 2 double, and he's the new third baseman. So, you know, that's what you got to be ready for. When your opportunity knocks, you better be ready to open the door and go in there and see how good you can do. And I thought, for the most part, Don and Raheem did a very good job of that tonight.
And finally, what a great turnout for tonight, back in the pink tonight. Great turnout, great event here this evening.
This is what it's all about. You know, it's college basketball. It's one of the big things in the country right now. You can't turn on a television station, you don't see it. And to be able to, for us to give something back to the community, as much as this community supports us on a day-to-day, week-to-week, month-to-month, year-to-year basis, we can't do it without them. And I'm really glad that our guys understand how important it is that we give something back, and hopefully we help raise a lot of money for a very a perf over there that's just really, really good organization. It's something that is all the people that donate their time for those people over there and are volunteers. It's so nice to be able to see them come out and get something tonight that's really worth it and really has meaning. And that's what I'm proud of our guys. We were able to come out and hopefully help somebody.
Thanks a lot, Coach. Enjoy the rest of the evening. We'll talk to you in a tumble on Saturday.
We'll see you Saturday, about 75 miles west of here.
Sounds good. So the Blackhawks get the victory here tonight by the score of 78-56 over Illinois Central. Let's take a look at the final stats here tonight. First, for Illinois Central, leading scorer in this one, Jared Johnson with 16 points. Edward Johnson with 13, second leading scorer in that one. They got 6 points from Kalen Bodie, 5 from Mason Goforth, and 4 from Isaiah Ianni. 3 points in this one from Matt Long, 2 points from David Weed, 2 points from Christopher Bolden. The leading rebounder in this one would go to both Mason Goforth with 3 and Savion Schooling with 3. They shot 42%, 36% from 3, 83% from the free throw line. Blackhawks led in scoring tonight by both Steven Sokup and A.J. Goss, both with 13 points. 12 points for Michael Sokup, 11 for Brahim Anthony. They got 8 from Dan Ransom. 6 points for both Rob Harris and Carl Lane, and 5 from Isaiah Graves, 4 from Don Henderson. Leading rebounder in this one was Michael Sokup with 6, along with Don Henderson. Blackhawks shot 46%, 41% from outside the arc, 76% from the free throw line. Mac, they get the victory 78-56. What's your biggest takeaway from tonight?
Well, I like the ball movement, the passing, the rhythm, the cuts. really spreading the offense out, you know, and when there's home ball picks, guys are hitting that pick and rolling back. And you know, the free throw shooting percentage was much higher than it was in the first half. The second half dropped a little bit, but they were pretty consistent there. And almost shot 50% themselves and kept another team, you know, close to 40%. You're going to win basketball games. And when you dominate on the boards as well, you're going to win games that way. So I think those are all good elements today. And they're trying to figure out what to do with two guys out, and I think they've kind of solved that problem a little bit tonight.
So the Blackhawks continue conference play on Saturday night down the road in Ottumwa against Indian Hills, 7 o'clock game time. Pregame show at 6:30 here on 97.3. The Blackhawks get the win here tonight over Illinois Central, 78-56. For Mac Turner and Ashlyn Butler back in the 97.3 studios, I'm Michael Bruskowski. Thanking you as always for listening to Blackhawk basketball on Hot 97.3.
Coach Carroll analyzes his opponents to determine the style of offense the Blackhawks need to score and the type of defense needed.